What was expected to be a lively and comedic interview turned into a shocking televised clash when Danny DeVito, the beloved actor known for his quirky charm and unmistakable screen presence, walked off The View following a tense argument with co-host Joy Behar. The audience, who had filled the studio with excitement over DeVito's appearance, was completely unprepared for what would unfold. Promoting his latest project and expected to deliver lighthearted banter and classic DeVito humor, the actor instead found himself in a surprisingly heated back and forth with Behar. What began as a seemingly minor disagreement quickly escalated into a full-blown verbal confrontation that neither could de-escalate. Within 20 minutes, the energy in the room had gone from laughter to awkward silence, and before anyone could fully process the tension, DeVito stood up, removed his microphone, and left the stage. It was a moment no one saw coming, a raw, unfiltered collision between two big personalities that rattled even the most seasoned viewers. Asterisk. Things began smoothly enough. DeVito came onto the set to roaring applause, cracking jokes, and immediately winning over the crowd with his signature grin and self-deprecating humor. Joy Behar, known for her quick wit and political edge, welcomed him warmly at first, sharing a story of the two meeting at an industry event years ago. It was laughter, some reminiscing, and even a toast with sparkling water to DeVito's long career. But the tone began to shift subtly when the conversation turned to politics. DeVito, long known for his progressive views, commented on a recent Supreme Court decision that had stirred national debate. Joy chimed in, nodding at first, but then offering a counterpoint that struck DeVito as oversimplified. "Well, it's not always that black and white," she said, smiling tightly. DeVito, visibly irked, replied, "Sometimes it is, Joy. You just don't want to admit it when it doesn't fit your narrative." The room fell quiet. Joy raised an eyebrow. "Excuse me?" And just like that, the fuse was lit. Asterisk trying to steer the conversation into safer territory. Co-host Sarah N. jumped in asking about DeVito's upcoming film. A dark comedy set in New York, but the tension remained thick and unresolved. Joy turned back to DeVito with a hint of edge. "You're a great actor, Danny, but this isn't about scenes. It's about understanding nuance." DeVito didn't back down. "You love nuance when it's convenient. Otherwise, you just yell the loudest and think that makes you right." The audience audibly gasped. Joy sat forward. "You really want to do this on live television?" DeVito threw up his hands. "You started it." At that point, it was clear that no amount of laughter or redirection could undo the unraveling. Chemistry between them. What had started as a political disagreement now felt personal, and every word exchanged carried the sting of accumulated frustrations and differing word-worst asterisk by the time commercial break was signaled. The tension was undeniable. Whoopi Goldberg, normally the anchor in moments of chaos, looked as stunned as everyone else. The break did little to calm things. When cameras resumed, Joy attempted to continue as though nothing had happened, moving on to a scripted question about DeVito's favorite on-set memory. But Danny, arms crossed and scowling, gave a curt reply. "My favorite memory right now would be not coming here today." The crowd didn't know how to respond, half nervously chuckled, half fell silent. Joy responded with a smirk. "Well, the door's right there, sweetheart." DeVito stood up. "You know what? Maybe I'll take you up on that." In real time, viewers saw him reach behind his back, unclip his microphone, and toss it gently onto the table. "I came here to talk about a film, not to get talked down to by someone who thinks they're always the smartest person in the room." And then he turned and walked off stage. Asterisk the audience, stunned, erupted into mixed reactions. Some gasped. Some clapped in confusion, others simply stared in disbelief. Joy sat frozen, her lips pressed into a thin line, trying to maintain her composure. Whoopi finally broke the silence. "Okay, well, that was unexpected." Sarah quickly added, "Let's take a moment, folks. We'll be right back after this." And just like that, the show cut to commercial. Behind the scenes, crew members scrambled, unsure if DeVito would return or if further damage control was necessary. He didn't return. Instead, His team later confirmed he left the building entirely, declining any further interaction with producers or staff. Viewers at home were equally stunned. Social media lit up with hashtags like hashtag DeVito storms off, hashtag The View Drama, and hashtag JoyV's Danny, spreading like wildfire across Twitter and Instagram. It was the talk of the hour. What could have possibly gone so wrong between two veteran entertainers? In the hours that followed, both DeVito's and Behar's camps issued statements, though neither directly addressed the core of the argument. DeVito's rep said, "Danny values respectful conversation and chose to leave when that environment no longer existed." Joy didn't speak publicly, but mentioned on the next episode of The View, "Sometimes strong people clash. It happens. We move on." It was a diplomatic approach to what many believed was an unavoidable disaster. Inside sources claimed DeVito was blindsided by Joy's pushback and felt cornered on a topic he deeply cares about. Others suggested that the interview was always on edge, citing previous moments where DeVito clashed with opinionated hosts. Whether it was pride, principle, or just poor timing, the result was clear. Two strong personalities collided, and neither one gave an inch. The fallout, though not career-ending, left a lingering question in the air. How do you come back from a moment that raw? In the days that followed, entertainment pundits and media outlets dissected every second of the exchange. Body language experts weighed in. Talk show analysts debated who was in the right. Some blamed DeVito for overreacting to what they saw as mild disagreement. Others felt Joy baited him and failed to de-escalate. There was even speculation that producers might rethink how they prep celebrity guests going forward, especially when political topics are introduced without warning. Some shows have already started, including topic buffers for guests known to be outspoken. Meanwhile, fans of both stars flooded social media with support, criticism, and plenty of memes. DeVito was edited into clips of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia storming out of the bar. Joy Behar was photoshopped in mock debate posters. And all the while, the clip of the walk-off continued, racking up millions of views across platforms. Despite the drama, neither DeVito's project nor The View suffered any measurable backlash. In fact, some argue both gained attention and viewership. As a result, the incident became a symbol of modern celebrity culture's tightrope. How quickly things can spiral when unfiltered opinions are aired in unscripted environments. DeVito made no follow-up media appearances for several weeks, leading many to believe he was letting the noise pass. When he finally did speak again, it was through an Instagram post showing him on set with the caption, "Back to doing what I love. No hard feelings, just lessons." The post received hundreds of thousands of likes, and among the comments were many urging him to forgive, forget, and maybe even return to The View for a proper conversation. Joy, for her part, made no further public references to the moment. But those who know her said she wasn't shaken. She's weathered controversy before and likely will again. The moment also reignited conversations about The View's format. Known for its raw, unscripted energy, it has become a lightning rod for drama something, both a strength and a liability. Critics argue that the show thrives on confrontation, often sacrificing genuine dialogue for click-worthy moments. Supporters say the show simply reflects what happens when real people with real opinions try to navigate tricky conversations. In this case, DeVito's walkout wasn't about one comment or one disagreement. It was about emotional buildup, live tension, and two individuals unwilling to bend. The event proved yet again that no guest is too big to walk away, and no host is immune to criticism. For a show that prides itself on unfiltered discussion, this was a test of its own boundaries. And in typical View fashion, it passed not by avoiding conflict, but by surviving it. In the end. The clash between Danny DeVito and Joy Behar will go down as one of the most memorable moments in The View's history. Not because it was scripted or designed for ratings, precisely because it wasn't. It was real, messy, unfiltered. It reminded viewers that even seasoned stars can lose their cool when passions collide. And while it may have been uncomfortable to watch, it was also a powerful reminder of the fragile balance between expression and respect in public discourse. Whether DeVito ever returns to The View remains to be seen. But what's certain is that his dramatic exit added another chapter to the show's ever-growing legacy of headline-grabbing television. In a media landscape filled with filters and rehearsed sound bites, moments like these where tension spills over in real emotion. Takes the wheel are rare. When they happen, they don't just make news. They make history.